Have you ever stopped and wondered why people in Japan seem to live forever like you? See men and women in their 80s and 90s, still strolling to the store, climbing stairs without grabbing a rail, moving like age. Forgot about them, while over here in the US, so many people hit their 50s and already feel like the walk to the mailbox needs a recovery plan. Here's something that might surprise you. The average person in Japan walks more than 7,000 steps a day, while in America, we're lucky to hit 3,000, and that's on a good day. But here's the real twist. Japan isn't topping longevity lists because of mystical sushi or superhuman DNA. It's because of everyday movement, simple walking done consistently. And before you scroll away, hear this. What if 30 minutes of walking a day could strengthen your heart, protect your arteries, lower blood sugar, soothe aching joints, lift your mood, and even knock a few years off how old your body feels? It sounds too easy, almost fake, but it's not hype. It's backed by science. And the best part is it costs nothing. No pills, no warnings, no side effects. So stick with me, because I'm going to break down exactly what daily walking does to your body and mind, especially if you're over 50. And before we dive in, drop your name and where you're watching from. I genuinely want to know who's walking this journey with us. First up, walking is like plugging your heart into a charger. Think about how your phone dies if you forget to charge it overnight. Your heart isn't much different, and one of the best chargers it has is a daily walk in Japan, where walking is just part of life. Heart disease rates are less than half of what they are in the US, according to the World Health Organization. And it's not because of miracle supplements, it's because they move, especially after meals. While here we've built neighborhoods where the most walking happens between the couch and the fridge. No shame, I've lived that life too, but the data doesn't lie. 30 minutes of walking a day can cut your risk of heart disease and stroke by up to 35%. That's straight from the American Heart Association, not some influencer. Walking lowers blood pressure, improves circulation, and strengthens your heart muscle without leaving you gasping for air. Your heart isn't begging for extreme workouts. It just wants you to move. And if that doesn't grab you, wait until you hear what walking does upstairs. Benefit number 2 is your brain, because walking turns it into a memory powerhouse. Here's something supplement companies won't advertise. You don't need an expensive brain booster when you've got sidewalks. In Japan, older adults are constantly on the move, walking to train stations, markets, and through narrow streets, and their dementia rates are far lower than ours. Research from Tokyo University shows that around 6,000 steps a day can slow brain aging and improve memory in people over 60. Meanwhile, in America, we sell endless memory products while sitting still. When you walk, blood flow to your brain increases, new neural connections form, stress hormones drop, and your mind finally gets room to breathe. A University of British Columbia study found that older adults who walked a few times a week actually increased the size of their hippocampus, the part of the brain tied to memory, meaning yes, walking can literally grow your brain. And honestly, my clearest thoughts have never come from staring at a screen. They come while I'm walking. So if you keep misplacing your keys, try moving your feet, and just wait until you hear how walking talks to your blood sugar, because this one changes lives. Benefit number 3 is that walking is nature's blood sugar negotiator. Ask yourself how people in Japan eat white rice daily, yet have much lower diabetes rates than Americans who fear carbs. The answer isn't just food, It's what happens after eating in Japan. People walk after meals as part of daily life, while here we sink into the couch, and if you're over 50 and your numbers are creeping up, the CDC confirms that walking after meals can significantly lower blood glucose. A long-term Harvard study showed that brisk walking for 30 minutes a day cuts the risk of type 2 diabetes by 30%. When you walk, your muscles burn glucose, and your body responds better to insulin. No injections, no gimmicks, just movement. And it doesn't require running or fancy gear. It's a habit that can genuinely save your life. But walking doesn't stop there, because after 50, mood becomes a big deal. Benefit number 4 is walking as your built-in mood elevator. Stress hits harder as we age. It's health scares, aging parents, adult kids who still need help, and that weight adds up. Walking won't fix everything, but I can say this with confidence. I've never finished a walk feeling worse than when I started. When you walk, your brain releases endorphins and serotonin, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. No prescription, no warning labels. Research published in JAMA Psychiatry showed that just 90 minutes of walking a week significantly reduced depression symptoms in older adults, and countries where walking is part of life show lower rates of late-life depression, even with longer lifespans. For me, walking after stressful moments has always been a reset button. The rhythm and quiet do something powerful, and a calm mind pairs best with a body that doesn't ache. Which brings us to benefit number 5. Your joints absolutely love walking. Picture older adults in Japan squatting to garden or hopping on trains without hesitation, while many people here avoid stairs entirely. It's not genetics, it's movement. Joints are like hinges. If you don't move them, they stiffen. Walking increases circulation around your knees, hips, and ankles, feeding cartilage and flushing inflammation. It boosts synovial fluid, your body's natural joint lubricant, and the Arthritis Foundation confirms that walking reduces pain, improves flexibility, and slows joint wear, meaning fewer groans and more freedom. I watched a friend in his early 60s start with 10 minutes a day, and months later he was walking miles with less pain than he'd had in years. Don't wait for your joints to fail before you start protecting them, because walking also trains something you might not expect. Benefit number 6 is your immune system. Think of walking as its personal trainer. In places where people walk daily, older adults experience fewer respiratory infections because walking boosts white blood cells and natural killer cells that fight viruses and abnormal cells. A study from Appalachian State University found people who walked regularly had 43% fewer sick days. As you walk, your circulation improves, breathing deepens, and your lymphatic system clears waste. Forget detox products. Movement is the real cleanse. And here's one more surprise. Benefit number 7 is that walking is one of the cheapest anti-aging tools you're ignoring. We spend fortunes chasing youth in bottles and treatments, but walking regulates hormones, improves sleep, boosts digestion, reduces inflammation, and all of that shows up on your face and energy. Studies have shown walking increases telomerase activity, helping protect your cells from aging. I once joked that sidewalks did more for me than skincare ever could, because real youth comes from habits, not products. So how do you start if you haven't moved in years? Keep it simple. 10 minutes a day around your block, in a mall or inside your home. Wear comfortable shoes, choose cooler times, make it enjoyable with music or calls, and try walking after meals like they do in Japan. If You've had serious medical issues. Talk to your doctor first. Safety matters. And here's the truth. Walking may sound boring, but if it were a pill, it would be prescribed to everyone. One habit that improves your heart, brain, mood, joints, immunity, and slows aging without side effects is rare. You, a gym, or perfect weather. Just your legs and consistency. In Japan, they don't walk to work out, they walk to live. And maybe that's the lesson we've forgotten. So let this be your sign. Start small, stay steady, walk like your life depends on it, because it truly does. And if you're still here, type, "I'm walking" below, so I know you're with me. And let's make this the year we walk our way back to health.